she asked them how it all began.
Well, we started about 6 years ago. We're from Brooklyn, New York, and we really just sort of started as a hobby band. We were performing like once a month, about, and the East Village scene in New York kind of caught on, and all of a sudden there were all these really interesting clubs to play at, and they were encouraging us not to cover Rolling Stones songs like the previous clubs, and we started getting a following, and then we started a dial-a-song service, which is what it sounds like. It's this phone number that you call up, and you hear a song by us, a different song every day, and that was the first thing that we really did that got any kind of press attention. And then we started making records independently in the United States, and the rest is rock history.
Yeah, you talk about the dial-a-song service. Do you think that's a bit of a gimmick, or are you into sort of gimmicks and everything?
It's completely a gimmick, yeah. But the fact is that it's not really a successful money-making ploy. I mean, it's only really for, you know, if you have the generosity to do something like dial-a-song, then it's worthwhile, but you're never going to make any money off it. So basically, that's, you know, we had to keep that in mind when we started it up, that it wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah, it was a get-rich really, really slowly scheme.
They'll need a crane to pick the broken ruins up again, to mend her heart, to help them start to see a world apart from pain.
Well, it seems like it's taken a little while for English audiences to even figure out what it is we're trying to do, and so I would assume that means it's not a common thing over here. I think this, you know, the thing is that what we're doing is sort of a combination of like trying to tell some kind of a story with a song and this humor involved, and the particular mixture may be kind of an American attitude. I don't know though. Maybe it's, you know, it just seems like in the first bunch of shows we've done here, there's been a few songs at the beginning of the show where people are kind of starting to figure out what's going on. And then generally by the end, everybody's, you know, rocking along with They Might Be Giants.
Well, how important is the humour to you? I mean, you must have some element of seriousness in it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, basically, we're serious about what we do. And that's the primary thing, is the humor is not the main idea of the thing. It's just sort of a vehicle for these otherwise upsetting ideas that are contained in our songs.
Don't you ever get fed up with the sort of gimmicks, and do you ever think that they might wear thin, the humour and the gimmicks?
Well, I mean, basically we feel, you know, free not to use humor, and if our songs, I mean, our songs really aren't all that funny, you know, and we don't really use that many gimmicks. I mean, like dial-a-song, I mean, we don't think of that as a gimmick. I mean, that was like a really great, you know, form of, you know, personal expression, to be able to like write a song and reach an audience before we could make records. So, I don't know, we actually did this last tour in the United States. It was like a 2-month tour where we had no props or anything. We just had a stage set and did the show, and it's a drag when we do this one song with a stick being slammed against the ground as sort of the drummer, and it's like a tree limb really, and we get someone from the audience to do it now. I used to play it before, and it got to a point where we would play in a town like the second time or third time in a year, and all of a sudden it was like the stick was the star of the show, you know, and instead of being this like shocking and kind of strange thing like it was the first time we played, when they were kind of like, what is this about? Instead it's just like, stick, stick, stick. So, I mean, partially we were just jealous of the Stick's success, but, you know, we just wanted people to notice the song. So we did a tour without any props, and it didn't seem like anybody missed it, you know. There were still some people in the back, you know, going, stick, at the end of the night, but, you know, when they realized the stick was not going to appear, I think they still felt, you know, entertained, satisfied, so.
Some things God says to lie. Art men is bad, but cause a little pain. They cause him pain. They'll need a crane to take the house he built for her apart, to make it break. It's gonna take a metal ball hung from a chain.
Thanks for having us.
We're They Might Be Giants from Brooklyn, New York.
See you in March.
We're the hottest new thing in England, apparently.
They'll need a crane, they'll need a crane to fix the broken ruins up again, to mend your heart, to help you start, to see a world apart from pain. They'll need a crane, 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 they'll need a crane.